Hey folks, this is Dan. Thanks for joining me for another quiet reflection here on Letters for Now. This week I've been thinking about strength, but not the kind we usually talk about. Not the show of power or confidence or control. I've been thinking about quiet strength, the kind that doesn't announce itself, the kind you only notice in hindsight. You know it when you see it. It's the friend who keeps showing up even when life is heavy, or the neighbor who listens more than they speak. Maybe the parent who keeps going without applause, or the person who doesn't respond with rage, but with a pause. It doesn't look dramatic, and it doesn't trend. It's not the kind of strength that takes the stage. It's the kind that holds the roof up quietly, patiently, without needing credit. There's a passage from the Stoic philosopher, Epictetus, that says it's not things themselves that disturb us, but our judgments about them. And I think the strongest people, the quietly resilient ones, understand this. They've learned to pause before reacting, and they've learned that energy doesn't have to be matched with more energy. That you don't have to match noise with noise. They've practiced a strength that isn't flashy. It's foundational. I was reminded of this while splitting firewood last week, oddly enough. It's a slow rhythm. You lift, swing, breathe, split. And it's more about consistency than power. If I go too hard, too fast, I mess up. And a mess up with an axe can literally be quite messy. But if I stay centered, if I stay patient, even the toughest pieces start to give way. And it occurred to me that is resilience. Not brute force, but steady return. Not overwhelming life, but meeting it again and again with calm, consistent strength. So much of what we call strength today is actually performance. Loud opinions, quick reactions, powerful optics. But real strength is what holds steady when no one is watching. There's a beautiful line from the poet David White. It says, "The antidote to exhaustion is not necessarily rest. It's wholeheartedness." I think that's what quiet resilience really is. Not pushing through for the sake of ego, but staying grounded in something deeper, something you believe in, something you care for. It's not the absence of struggle. It's the decision to stay present inside it. We all carry stories of quiet strength, maybe from a grandparent who worked hard without complaint, or a friend who sat with you through grief, or maybe it's something you've carried in your own way, in silence. And those stories matter, especially now, because the world keeps rewarding the loudest voice. But the people who truly make it through and make things better are often the ones whose strength is quiet, consistent, invisible, until it's needed most. So maybe try this. Think of one person in your life whose strength was quiet. Maybe they weren't a leader in the obvious sense, but they showed up with presence, with patience, with care. And ask yourself, what did they teach me about resilience? And then ask yourself, where am I being invited to practice that kind of strength right now? In my home, my work, friendships, myself? Because chances are, you're already doing it. You just haven't called it strength yet. So here's your reminder for the days and weeks ahead. Not all strength roars. Some of it breathes. Some of it waits. Some of it endures. And that counts. That matters. That changes things. All right, folks, thanks for being here with me today. If this reflection speaks to you, feel free to forward it to someone who's holding things together right now. Maybe they're doing it quietly, completely without recognition. And if you'd like to hear more reflections like this one, you can always subscribe to Letters for Now on Substack. I release new essays and audio posts weekly, and they're all free. Until next time, I'll say, stay steady, stay kind, and trust that the strength you don't see might be exactly what's holding everything together.